pocket like rocket fuel.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Yellow, let's go blue, lady. Hey, Sunday.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
15. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Yellow. Check 13.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From midfield now on 2nd down, Mahomes dancing to his left. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Penny, a first down carry, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day. Right here, guys. Fight if you want. Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down at their own 24-yard line.
Ready? 180.
I'm trying to collect.
Newton on first down. That's complete to Smith. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Ito Smith, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
57 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Newton. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
951. Hey, defense.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking deep for Jennings. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I got 29.
Gun.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. A nice little juke. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up. 36, 36.
Gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
Greg.
57 to Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now a first down throw for Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. It's caught by Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
14 yards. And the Titans first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He out-routes such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blind and just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 23-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First down, Chiefs.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go!
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 93's the money.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
8. Fight 51. Mike 51. I'm coming. 51. Let's put him on.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Kansas City.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defense. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Go.
Mike 51.
Down to lose 1.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Okay.
Great.
51.
On first down, Newton. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Trey Boston.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Here we go, finish the game.
And he gets it down to the 32. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On second down and 4, Mahomes looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Completes it to Jennings. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Great.
Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Newton now to throw. Trying to lay one. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Abraham. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Taking a deep shot here for Hunt. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Try to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Great.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
You better be relaxed.
Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Try to punch it in with Smith, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ito Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rashad Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Newton on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
What is it?
Yeah.
Gun.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
On 2nd and 9. Newton going to throw deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Jennings was the one he was looking for. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 51. Attack.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Fight down these two. There's a wall there, right? Hey, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Abraham. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
15. Hey, ripple in.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 81 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Great.
Back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
51's a mic.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. It's still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
17 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Here we go. 50, plant. Ricky.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. AT Gator.
Hey, it's time to... Hey, let's go. It's time to prep. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Chiefs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.